What's going on, everybody? This is Al from NCAA 06 Revival, and we are about to start our game against Hawaii. Going to head to Honolulu, take on the Rainbow Warriors. In the last game, we took on Fresno State and played a flawless game, offensively, defensively. If you watched it, you saw I changed up my offense a tad. I included more downhill concepts, a little more I formation, some ace. My starting quarterback, Dombrowski, has been struggling throwing the ball lately, but he's got the legs to run. On top of, I got a fullback I need to use. He's a senior. He's talented. He can carry the ball. So in that game, you saw me run some option, while also leaving the air raid offense as my foundation. It worked great. We're going to continue with it. And let's see if we can beat Hawaii to a pulp. Before we do that, let's just quickly go into recruiting. See if I have to make any adjustments. My right guard actually went down on his list, which is expected. I mean, where would you rather go, USC or New Mexico State? But I'm going to try my hardest to go after him. His potential and discipline is bad, though, so he may be a troublemaker, but we'll see. Stanley Williams, he still hasn't trimmed down his list whatsoever. I still feel real confident getting him, though. I'm at the top of his list, and he really likes one of my pitches. Nate Larson, free safety. I'm at the top of his list, but he didn't like one of my pitches. And usually when a recruit doesn't like one of my pitches, it's extremely hard to go after him or to get him to commit. And lastly, Jeremiah Gay. I'm right in the middle of the pack for him there. I'm going to stick with him. So I got an even distribution of points. So there's really nothing I could do this week with that. Let's quickly go to Sports Illustrated. Let's see, Gamecocks. Let's go to the top 25. Additional details. I was just curious to see if I'm outside the top 25. No, I'm nowhere close. I might be somewhat close. We'll find out when we go to the game. Heisman watch. Leon Washington, he's a really good player in this game. Leinart's right there. Wyatt Sexton. I'm not kin to him. I've looked him up before. No, there's no relation. Let's go to conference standings. It's still way early in the conference season. Just right in the middle of the pack with Nevada's looking really strong. Idaho, Louisiana Tech, that was my one loss. So just got to keep chugging along here. Let's play Hawaii. Let's see if I have any guys that might need to get suspended or disciplined. I've been very fortunate. This is the longest I've ever gone in a season without anybody getting any trouble. It's usually like first couple weeks somebody does something stupid and you got to punish them for it. And I got plenty of discipline points to use up, so whenever somebody messes up and he's not super important as far as he plays a lot, I'm going to punish him hard just so I can use some of those points, because when you use your points, you lower your discipline bar much further if you over-discipline. So when I get the chance to discipline and I think I can over-discipline, I'll definitely do it, because the last thing I want is to spend a ton of my off-season points into discipline. And I found over the years that if you really over-discipline and over time, you set a nice culture or reputation within your program of, hey, your coach doesn't put up with anything. So, just food for thought there. Because I like to spend a lot of time or points on recruiting and training more so than discipline. Let's check the roster real quick. Yeah, they run a run and shoot offense. They just go four wide most of the time and throw it every time. So that's what they'll be doing. Yeah, quarterback, receiver, impact players. So
Hawaii.
I'm not too worried about going up against them defensively.
The opening kickoff is finally here.
I've been fortunate and haven't went up against an awesome running back yet who they've fed the ball multiple times. Uh-oh, got some room here. Nice. 6 points. Hopefully there's no flag. He's so slow, though. My goodness. That's a good way to start the game.
I'd hate to be going to the sideline and have to face my teammates and the coach after giving up a...
And his speed's like 88. First kickoff return for a touchdown on the year. Just had good blocking there.
And he hits the PAT with under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. The score, New Mexico State 7, Hawaii nothing. New Mexico State is ready to kick it away. Number 81 and number 1 back ready to return. And they'll be returning this one.
Thankfully, my quarters coverage and my other zone defenses are pretty effective against passing attacks. Unless you go up against a good offensive line and a really good quarterback who can really put it in the tight holes and tight windows.
They'll get the ball here at the 24. The Warriors set up in the gun.
Let's see, they're going trips on the left. I'll control my other outside guy here.
Throws and caught. And they make the stop. It'll go down as a completion, but they won't get much for it.
Yeah, just a wasted play
going
right there.
Going 4 wide again. I'll just stick in my quarters.
It's 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on the 25. The Warriors come out in a shotgun.
Let's see, yeah, they're kind of weak on the left side, so that left guard's not the best in the world. I might shift more to my left.
Back to pass. He's looking down the middle. And he brings it down. Snead brings him down.
Good pass.
Way to look it in. Nice catch.
Sure was.
Stick with my
he
quarters.
displayed some great hands there. Now we're looking at a first down.
At a nickel. They're going to keep going 4 wide. Might have to implement some 4-3 quarters, but...
It's a direct snap.
Ah, crap. Get it. Fumble. Pick it up.
Looks like an
nice.
defensive lineman might have it, and he does. Coach, what can you do to avoid those turnovers?
Well, you just got to get back to the fundamentals. For the skilled players, that means hanging on to the football.
I'm going to put my tight end in there. I'd rather have him be in there than that Riceland kid. I know he's had a couple of receptions on the year, but until Tolbert gets back, I need to
go to work at the 48.
Change up my sets. Okay, they're in zone. I don't trust my quarterback on that post. I'll just give it to the shallow. Give it to my tight end.
Goes with the play fake.
There we go.
Brought down.
He's slow, but he's hurt.
Looks like he was hurt on that last play.
Well, it doesn't look like it's
well, I know my backup tight end can't really catch, so I'll have to switch my formation sets back up. Let me do that real quick. Okay. 2nd and 4. Let's just do a basic slam.
2nd and 4. Ball on the 46.
They're going man.
High formation here.
Let's just move a couple people around, make some room.
And he's taken down.
Not much there.
A yard at best.
1 yard gain on the play.
Let's do triple option.
3rd down and 3 coming up. Ball on the 45-yard line.
I'll go to the left. They're kind of shifting hard to the right.
Dombrowski on the option. He's into the open field. He's knocked out of bounds. A nice 3rd down conversion there.
Guys, this offense has a tendency to run the football in this situation.
Let's do one of my air raid staples.
Or any situation
Circle.
for that matter. If I'm the coach, I'm going to run the
they're man. I have a chance to go deep here if they bring the heat. No.
That they can stop it.
Throws this one out to the left.
Oh, catch the ball, Allen.
On that one.
One of the worst throws in the world.
Before he could control it.
Just a great play here by the defender to force the issue.
Let's go with... I'm just checking my plays real quick. Let's do halfback go.
2nd and 10. Ball
they're
on the
in zone.
line.
Have a chance for a rollout potentially.
They'll bring in their dime package.
No, they're blitzing hard.
Throw short, complete, and they make the stop. They got 4 yards on that one.
3rd and 6. I'm going to go with slot corner.
The offense faces
they're in
another
zone.
3rd down as they line it up.
I can roll out here, or I can...
Dombrowski is back in the gun.
Yeah, they're covered too. I can make a play here.
To the right.
Ah, terrible throw. Man.
And it's incomplete.
Just want a good throw. I'm on the 28. I'll try to kick a field goal. Poor Dombrowski. Man, if he had any consistent arm to him, he'd be a Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was underrated thrower. Ah, missed it.
Missed it to the right.
I hate kicking. It's no fun. Okay.
It's
Wasted
1st and
possession.
10, ball on the 28.
In the future, I might just go for it in that situation.
Defense.
I got an average kicker anyway, so.
He steps up, comes across the middle.
Overthrew his man,
That's a
but
bad
boy,
throw on his
he had
part.
some heat on.
Too much heat. Completing the pass
quarters.
is more important than throwing the ball 100 miles an hour.
That's true. He just needs to put a little
Shift
bit more
over to
touch
their
on that pass.
weakest side there.
Akina has 4 receivers lined up
Make
here.
that left guard work all day.
He's looking for his man.
Oh,
Good job there
close.
by defense to get a hand on him.
It was, Kirk, but when
Let's go
you're
with
going out
McLeod.
for a pass and the ball is in the air, you
My
need
favorite
to go
third
after
down
it and
plays.
come down with it. You just can't watch the defender bat it down.
The Warriors
in a bunch
line up
set.
with 3 receivers bunched.
watch out for crossers and shallows and
Drop back to pass. Throws. And it's caught.
nice.
Brought
Punt the
down.
ball.
Didn't have the ball long there.
I still haven't heard of I'm a tight end. Let me check real quick. See. No, he must be okay. Good deal. Tolbert's coming back next game, which is good. He's by far my best receiver.
They line up to punt this one away. Punts the ball away. Allen fields it at the 24.
There we go.
He juked him out of his shoe.
Got a few yards.
Their kicker missed the field goal attempt the last time this offense had it. Let's see what happens
I'm
this
going to
time
go
around.
with
and that poor kid
PA rollout.
actually lay on the
First
sideline
down.
and hopes he
I like
gets a
running
chance
play
to redeem
action on
himself
first down.
after that last miss.
Let's see if I can get something going here.
New Mexico State lines up in a double tight set. Short toss. Complete. With a takedown. Looks to have
Good
been
play.
shaken
They
up a
got
bit on
player
that throw.
hurt. Let me go to the instant replay real quick. I don't know if they was in cover 2 or not. Yeah, they was covered. Oh, man. Quick was open. That was my fault there. I still picked up a good gain. Had my other tight end, he was open. My crosser would have been open. Everybody was open in that play. So I actually went to the least favorable player here. Still got a good gain out of it, though. Okay, let's go to PA Reed out of trips.
1st and 10. Ball right around midfield.
Their zone. They're in dime. I might just
New
throw it
Mexico
here.
State comes out of the
Cover
shotgun.
2.
Throws this one out to the right.
Nice.
Got it. Tackle.
Now that was a
That's what I needed to do last
The
play.
quarterback put it where his receiver could get it. Now they have a first down.
What I like is the
Now
faith that
let's
this
go
quarterback
to-
has in his receiver. He's not afraid to throw it downfield.
Let's get my
It's 1st and 10.
Ramaka,
Ball
my
on the
fullback,
24-yard
involved.
line. New Mexico State
Motion
comes out with an I
around.
formation.
Get some more room.
Dombrowski gives it up the middle.
I picked up about 4 yards.
3 yards there on the play.
3 yards. Let's run out of the slot here.
2nd down and 7 to go. Ball
They're
on
in
the 21.
zone, but I can spread them out. Usually that linebacker will shift. No, he didn't shift
Dombrowski
there.
comes to the line with 3 wide. Dombrowski.
There we go.
He can scoot.
Don't use the speed
And
button.
make the stop. That was a pretty good run.
Here's a quick tip for you all. I slot, weak and strong slot are great. I like the I formation slot really well because it spreads things out. Even though that linebacker didn't cover my slot, they were still in zone, and you have some room to work with in the middle as such. So it's sort of like a power spread formation that you'll see today. A lot of teams use it. They just put a fullback in there and out of the gun and just run between the tackles all day. You can do that here, except you
New
just don't need to do it
Mexico
out of the
State
gun.
comes out in the shotgun.
A little screen, nice. 6 points.
New Mexico State. And so he
A little
found
mix
it
of
with
air
a
raid, a little mix of option, a little pro style. Combination's working so far, at least for this season.
Smaller to work with. But they did a very nice job there to come up with the touchdown.
I'm going to try to steer clear of the curl flats. Dombrowski, he's not accurate enough to hit the curl.
This drive summary is brought to you
He
by
can hit outs and zigs and ends. I'm not too worried about those routes, but
Looks like they're ready
any
for the
backside post against zone or curls, the real hard, accurate
kick. Kicks it off.
routes, I'll probably just steer clear of those for the season.
Number 1 fields it at the
Trying to
3.
avoid turnovers.
Little shake and bake move.
Get us in. There we go.
Not a very good series for this offense on their last
14-0.
drive. They were forced into a 3 and out.
Boy, oh boy,
Let's go
they had
quarters.
nothing going last time.
Yeah, maybe, Scooter, you need to get out there and show them what you're made out of.
Somebody get me a helmet quickly.
They'll work from the shotgun.
Shift over to their bad side here.
Short draw. And it's caught. They'll bring him
Tackle.
down. They'll get 2 on that one.
If you can find smart guys that can tackle, it works well in the quarters defense. Or any zone-related defense. I mean, you need smart players who can tackle in open space.
The D-line shifts over.
I'm going to bunch up this time.
Akina drops back to pass. Looks. Wants to throw.
Nice.
The linebacker picks it off. And the quarterback just can't believe it. He really wishes he could have that one back.
Okay.
Quarterback has passes that he wishes he could have back. However, hey, a pick is a pick.
I'm going to make him
and
pay
no
for
one's
that.
gonna
Let's go
care how
play
bad
action
he wants
boot,
that one
an
back.
I formation,
They'll
normal.
start this drive at the 41-yard line.
See if I can make a play here.
New Mexico State comes out with an eye formation. And down he goes.
It's a good sack.
The blitz was the call, but the D lineman was the one who made his way to the quarterback.
And he showed great quickness getting off the line into the backfield.
Let's
This
do
guy's
halfback
got room
option.
for a big fella.
Man,
A lot of problems on the defensive side of the ball for these guys, Coach.
Absolutely.
I think
They
I have
can't
some
tackle,
potential to run
they
to the
can't
left.
Cover. They better learn fast if they're going to win today.
Single set backfield. They go with the option.
yeah.
Now he pitches it. Brought down.
Could have faked that pitch, but I'm not the best in the world at using it.
You know, every time you run the ball successfully,
That's the end of the first
like
quarter.
that defense starts to creep up a little bit. That's when you go to the air, my friend. Over the top.
And we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. New Mexico State 14.
Let's run my cross
Hawaii,
post.
nothing. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 29-yard
I have a chance for a rollout, or I just go to my shallow here. I need to put my tight end back in since he's healthy.
Drops back, looking. He gets the pass away, and it falls.
He got hit when he threw it.
And he overthrew his wide receiver.
I don't know too many 7-foot guys
that
play
being said,
football,
let me
so
put my
maybe he
tight
should
end back
aim
in
lower
here.
the next time.
And tight end right in here. Let's go to halfback screen out of trips.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 29.
They're in zone, so I'll just dump it off to Ali. Hopefully they'll blitz
On the
hard.
gun. Dombrowski back to throw. Wants to get it out on the screen.
There we go.
Complete. He jukes.
Good
And
play.
He shoved out of bounds.
I like the defense that was called. They just didn't make the play on the ball.
You're right.
First
It wasn't
down. Let's go
necessarily
out of
bad
twins
defense. The offense
and do a
just
fullback dive
executed, and
again.
The result is a first down.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters the most.
I'll just
Formation
run.
here.
I'll just run to the right.
Dombrowski will hand it off. People
good play.
brings him down. A good 6 yards there by the fullback.
Just run a basic slam. Get up to the line. Got no reason to.
I wouldn't try anything tricky on defense. This quarterback's looking to make a play. He got behind
Easy
those
pickings.
Sigma Faybusters and followed them into the end zone.
That doesn't mean a whole lot for yards per carry average, but hey, it sure puts a dent in the scoreboard.
Once Tolbert gets back, I'll throw a little bit more. Still steer clear of the curls and other hard throws, but he's one of my
And
better
he tacks on the
playmakers. I
extra
need to give
point.
him the ball
And
when I
now
can.
we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. New Mexico State ready to kick this one off. Kicks it deep.
Everything's clicking right now. Offense, defense.
Number
like I
one.
said, I wasn't really worried about my defense. I've went up against Hawaii plenty of times before. And I feel pretty confident going up against a high-end passing attack.
They'll set up shop at the 20. The defensive backs moving in closer.
Let's run quarters here.
Akina with the play fake. Across the middle. What a
Oh,
hit.
interception. We'll take it.
And that was their second interception of the game.
I'm going to go do a PA read. Anytime off a turnover, I always like to go play action. See if I can hit them deep and punish them for their
They're on
turnover.
the right side of the 50 as they
They're
start
going
this
zone,
drive.
but I want to throw it. I'm going to see if they go
The
cover.
Aggies line up with 4 wideouts.
Let's do this. Let's motion him over just in case cover 2 doesn't present itself.
He's going right. Incomplete
just got to
pass.
catch it. It was good
This
defense, though.
incompletion is credited
Never
to
went
the
cover
wideout.
3.
Absolutely. The quarterback executed his end of the deal.
Let's go halfback out.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 35. They line up in the shotgun. Back to pass. He's looking. He'll dump this one off.
Always getting his
They'll bring him down. That's a 7-yard gain.
touches today, that's for sure. 3rd and 3. Let's do a basic speed option out of the gun here on a
We
spread.
got 3rd and 3 here. Ball on the 28.
Let's just go to the left.
Going with the shotgun here. Here's the option. Knocked out of bounds.
Play.
This is one of those uh-oh plays for the defense. Not only do you not stop them on 3rd down, you give up big gain around the ground.
Let's do basic slam to Ali.
Boy, nice option play there against that
Going
defense.
man.
Their last trip down here was a success. Let's see if this one will result in another touchdown. Inside
We'll
handoff.
use the speed button, trying to find a
A
crease.
5-yard gain.
2nd and 5. I'm going to go with a screen down here. I always like throwing the screens this close. If the blocking's good, I can get a touchdown.
The Aggies come out of the shotgun. Wants to get it out on the screen. The senior makes the catch. They pick up at the most 4 yards on the screen play.
I'm going to try a fullback dive out of the normal. They'll go goal line on me, but
The Aggies
the best
go with
here.
the I formation.
no, didn't get nothing there. Just didn't have the numbers. I'm going to go for it, though. Let's go halfback option out of ace. This may be a stupid play, but I'm up 21 points. I really don't care. I got numbers on the
New
rise.
Mexico State goes with the ace set here. Dombrowski running the option. He lateral. Tries to do. Tackle.
Just didn't get it.
And they lose possession on down.
You know, that was one of those situations where you have to go for it to try to get something going. Now they need a big play here from their defense.
They come out in a goal line set.
See if we can stop him here.
Drops back to pass. He lets it go. They'll bring him down. 2-yard pickup.
Gain of 2 on the play.
I don't regret that decision.
2nd and 8
I
coming
just-
up here. Ball on the 3-yard line.
I'd rather go for a touchdown than a field goal, you know. That, and I'm up big, so I'm
The
not
Warriors
too upset
come out
over
in the
it.
shotgun. They'll give it off here. He jukes it. And they make the stop.
Almost
They
got the
keep it on the
first.
ground, and the halfback gets about 7 yards.
Gain on the play.
3/4.
3rd and 1. Ball on the 10-yard line. If they're not careful, this impact corner is going to make them pay. Again with a carry. He's the move.
Yeah.
And he's taken down. They get a decent gain on that play.
The reason why this play worked was because they sold the defense into thinking they were going one way, and then
Stick
they
'em in
went
quarters.
the other way.
3 inside 4.
They'll throw on 1st down. Throws it to the outside. And he's tackled.
Just make
3
good
yards there
tackles.
on the play.
The catch. 3-yard gain
Stick
on the
with
play.
quarters.
It's 2nd down and 7 to go. Ball on the 18-yard line. The Warriors.
They'll just
set up
nickel
in
and
the gun.
dime you to death in this offense. They'd rather go deep, but my quarters ain't going to allow them to go deep too much.
There's the play fake. He tosses it short. Complete. Jupu carries.
Good
with a
play on their
takedown.
part.
Nice decision by the quarterback.
Not only was it good decision-making, but the offensive line protected just long enough for him to find his target.
And when you combine the two, it'll be a first down 9 out of 10 times.
Akina on 1st down. Over the middle. Hawaii
Nosing
takes
right
a
down the
timeout.
field. Switch. Let's do a cover 2 with a blitz on the
2nd and
backside
1.
here.
Ball on their own 37. The Warriors with 4 receivers.
3 inside 4.
Akina has completed every pass this drive. Throws it out there. And it's caught. Snead brings him down.
Nice heads-up play by the quarterback.
Yep, they're moving the chains. That's the 1st down.
Go back to my quarters.
It's 1st and 10. This is the 8th play of this drive. The Warriors come out in the shotgun.
I love using these bunch sets.
Akina back to pass. Steps up. Throws.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
With the interception. And
That's
this
what
could be a
happens.
big return. The 10. He's all the way. Touchdown.
You need these
Here
little
we
crossers
go
against
again.
quarters.
Interception by the defense.
Quarterback better be accurate. They know what he's doing.
Salvage at this point, Coach? Not much. except
Turnovers
maybe
are
putting
killer.
Some younger players to get some game experience. This game is over.
We can check the replay real quick. I was responsible for the flat. I saw this guy coming through, so I knew I had to go after him. So I just had to get in front of it. As such, take it to the house. That's quarters coverage in a nutshell. That was a big play. Made up for the loss of that turn, or the last possession.
And he hits the PAT. So with just over a minute to go in the half, the score, New Mexico State 28.
I think they get the ball in the
Hawaii,
second
nothing.
half, or
New
the start
Mexico
of it.
State to kick. Number 81 and number 1 set to return. Kicks it deep.
Good kick.
Number 1
Touchback
moves it in the
there.
end zone. So if you're the offense here, what's your mindset right now?
I think they're anxious to
Move
get back
4-3, give my nickel a rest.
They go right down the field, so they know they can move it.
But they cannot turn it over again in the same situation. That, my friends, would be a heartbreaker.
He lets this one off. Complete.
Ran pretty much the same play, just another shallow
Way to
route.
look it in. Nice catch.
Sure was. He displayed some great hands there. Now we're looking at a first down.
Quarters again.
Akina is in the zone and looking to make a play.
Bunch up, see if I can attack their interior.
Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Looks. And he's hammered
that
as he
off.
lets it go.
It's
Batted
good D.
ball. And the safety got a hand on it that
Basically a
time.
Hail Mary type throw there.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 36. The Warriors set up in the gun. Akina drops the throw. Throws. Dropped by the
Bad
wideout.
throw. I'll do Cloud this time. They've been running a ton of shallow,
Just a
so I
minute to
kind of
go
expect
in
them
the
to do
first
something in the
half of
middle,
play.
so I'll control my middle linebacker and cover the middle
Hawaii
here.
comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Drops back to pass. Looking. He's going right.
Didn't do a good job there, did I?
He's got it on the run. Hawaii calls a timeout.
Let's go back to my quarters.
1st and 10. This is the 5th play of this drive. Hawaii in a 4-wide set.
Shift over to their weak side.
He drops back. He tosses it short, and it's caught. He
Oh,
ran
wow,
a good
that was a good
route
catch.
there and
Thought he was
able
out of
to pick
bounds.
up yards underneath the coverage.
It's okay to move the ball in small portions because it
They can nickel dime me all they want.
relaxes
Sooner or
the
later,
offense. You can
they'll
open
throw an
things up for the big
interception
play.
like they done earlier and keep throwing that short stuff. I'm
Back to
perfectly
pass.
fine by
He
that.
steps up. He's looking. Throws it to the outside. Got it. And down he goes.
Can't get there to him enough.
Nice catch.
Way to look it in. Heck of a job by the wide receiver. These guys are moving the ball down the field.
Akina drops back. Steps up. Rolling out to the right side.
Oh.
It's deflected. Heads up play to bat it down.
Yeah, and if you can't get to the quarterback or
Do a
intercept the
quarters
pass,
out of
the
the
next best thing is to get a hand up.
Let's see if they
4-3
can
here.
punch
There's
this one
not a whole
in.
lot of space for them to maneuver anyway, so.
Akina steps back to pass. Rolls right. Look out.
Oh,
It's caught
my
for the
gosh, still
touchdown.
scored.
The wideout does a good job here.
We got pressure on him, but he was still able to get it off.
This guy can run precise routes, and as a quarterback,
36 seconds to do something. We'll just see what my kicking game does. Of course, half of my points have come off a kick return and an interception.
And he tacks on the extra point. This drive
My offense hasn't played all that great. We've had 2 loss of possessions, that missed field goal, and then couldn't convert at the goal line. We'll have to step it up in the second half.
The game breaker on special teams today.
That's what helps to have all 3 phases of the game working for you.
quick, fields it in the end zone.
I'll just down it. I don't like going in the middle of the field there.
Out of the field after stopping this offense on a 4th down attempt.
Just do deep cross up. See if I can get a good gain here.
Come out and do nothing again and give them
Got all my
even more
timeouts, so.
The Aggies come out in the shotgun. Looks. He rolls out to the right. Throws it to the outside. Found his man. And he's finally knocked out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
Move those sticks. That's a first down.
And a great catch, too. Did you see how he looked that one in?
Let's
Oh,
go
there's no doubt
with
about it. He can
one of
catch
my
the football.
favorite plays. Let's do that PA fullback seam.
It's 1st and 10.
Kind of
Ball
risky
right
to
around
play
midfield.
action here this far down, but
New Mexico
I got
State
2.
lines up with 3 receivers.
well, I don't know if that'll help me.
Play action. Throws off balance.
Oh.
Incomplete.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Don't know if you saw what happened. That was just... He didn't turn around and
So
catch it.
2nd and 10. Ball right
I'll do
around
circle.
midfield. New Mexico
I'll flip the
State
play
comes
here.
out in the shotgun.
Earn a man.
He drives back. Looking. He wants it all.
That
Going
ain't
long.
good. Oh, wow, what a catch. Call timeout.
New Mexico State takes a timeout.
That was cover 0, which it technically was, but that other corner came up to help. Let's do the old line. Let's see, 3rd and 21. Let's go with halfback
Have a
go.
look at our Old Spice red zone numbers.
Man.
Red zone, when performance matters the most. The Aggies with 4 receivers. Dombrowski on 1st down. Wants to throw outside.
Oh, what a catch.
Brings it
What a
in.
throw.
Touchdown.
It was cover 1. I had the corner.
This just goes to show you that there is more to playing defense than emotion. You can't continuously...
Tight end, too. Good for him. He got a touchdown on the year. Okay, let's go instant replay real quick. This is halfback go, but in reverse. They went cover 1. So I have both corner routes. I have a corner here and a corner there. Safety was sort of shifting over to that guy. So I just went ahead and went to the other corner. That was just a good throw, though. I mean, it's right where it needed to be. It was good ball speed and ball, you know. I didn't throw a bullet. I just threw a normal pass. Just almost like a lob in a way, but not quite. I'm usually not a big fan of those corner routes
And he hits the PAT.
because you really got to have a quarterback that can really throw it. I just got lucky there. Dombrowski made the right throw.
35, Hawaii 7.
Because corners are usually good about picking those things off or stopping it some way. And that's just
Kicks
a
it off.
good drive altogether. Allen had that miracle
Number 81 fields it in the end
reception.
zone. The offense
Sometimes
with
you gotta
a
have
lot of
those.
success through the air on that last drive as they moved it down the field for the touchdown.
That was a good response
Akita with
to
4 wide receivers.
their touchdown.
1st and 10.
Man, I can't wait for my defensive line to get better. It just makes my quarters so much
On the
more
ground,
effective.
the tailback. Can't wrap him up. He
Uh-oh.
breaks the second tackle. At the 40. He's all the way down to the 48-yard
They didn't call a
line.
timeout.
Tremendous run right there.
And coaches just love it when they can run the football like that. It opens up so much more of your offense.
Drop back and pass. Steps up in the pocket.
If I have pick number 2.
Excellent job of getting a hand in there to
Okay,
break up the
going
pass.
It was,
3.
Coach. That one
Two
had
quarters.
reception written all
I think they'll
over
do a
it, but
Hail
the
Mary
defender
here.
stepped up and made the play.
This defense is looking to their impact corner to make a play. Akita set to go to the air.
Yep.
He steps up. He's looking. Wants to go long and does.
Oh, about had it again.
After one
Good
half
first
of play,
half.
this
Let's quickly look at the stats here. 11 of 16, couple touchdowns. I'm not running the ball well. I need to run the ball more. 12 attempts for 76 yards is not all that great. Well, it's like, what, 5 yards? So let's see. So it's about over 5-yard average. But I just need to run it more. So I might do more triple and more power option. Let's look at the distribution real quick. 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. It's good distribution right there. I like it. I've had 6 guys been able to touch the ball, not including my quarterback. So that's about as good as distribution as you can ask for. Now, you've seen all my videos so far in this Dynasty series to know that my offense is very distributional based, where everybody gets touches over time.
Number 81 takes it at the 4.
You can run a bell cow offense. Oh, there's a fumble. Let's see if we can pick it up. A bell cow offense means you just give the ball to your 1 or 2 best players over and over again. It's effective in this game. You can do it. Maybe in time I'll do some videos on some good plays that I like where you know you can get the ball to your playmaker.
Take over at the 19-yard line. Keep an eye on that cornerback.
That works really well for pro-style guys. So I'll get around to that eventually. And uh-oh, here we go. Quarters coverage.
And he's tackled. That gives the
Bad
defense
throw.
their 4th pick of the day.
This defense is full of playmakers. They force the quarterback to make tough throws that he doesn't want to make, and that usually adds up to turnovers.
I'm going to give it to Ramaka. I'll just keep running it down here. No reason to really throw it.
The Aggies line up
Especially when
in
you
an
don't
I
have the quarterback that
formation.
can really make the consistent throw.
Browski.
Just don't
And
use the
they make
speed button.
stop. The
Just
fullback
bounce
gains
off
about
players.
4 yards there.
I'll stick a normal and let's do a triple option. I could do a
The
triple option
pressure
counter.
turns
Haven't
up
tried
when
it
in the
yet.
red zone, and that's when
They're
you
in
turn
man.
to Old Spice red zone when performance matters
just
the most. New
go to the
Mexico
right,
State
move this
comes out
guy
with an I
over.
formation. They go with the option.
Just keep with my quarterback. Get the points.
Touchdown, New Mexico State. What a
When you got a quarterback with like
spectacular
80
run
plus
by the
speed,
quarterback.
it just you got to use it. I could have pitched it, but there's no need. If you turn the ball over against me, you just don't have a chance. And that's what, 5 turnovers for Hawaii? They just didn't have a prayer against me if you're going to keep giving the ball back to me.
And he tacks on the extra point. Over 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And the score, New Mexico State 42, Hawaii 7.
Let me check my depth chart real quick. Yeah, I redshirted that backup fullback. He's a sophomore, so I only have the 2 tight ends. I might have to, yeah. When I have my second string offense in, I pretty much have to go back to my air raid offense. I just don't have the players to go back under center.
Number 81 fields it at the 7.
Uh-oh, this ain't good. So we can get 10. There we go.
And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next
2 quarters.
They'll start this drive at the 32. The Warriors.
I'm going to
have
keep
5
running quarters
receivers
until
on
they
this
can
play.
score on it consistently.
Rhodes drops back to pass. Looks. He's going left.
Oh.
Deflected. And that one probably
We're going to break a
should have
record
been
this
picked
game
off.
if he keeps
you
throwing
kidding me?
plays,
There's a blanket around
passes
that
like
receiver.
that.
Somebody else had to be open.
Rhodes lines up in the shotgun.
Thankful they're not throwing deep on me much, but most teams won with quarters.
Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Across the middle.
And that should have been caught.
This incompletion is credited to the wideout.
Absolutely. The quarterback executed his end of the deal.
Third
do a
and 10.
cloud.
Ball on the 32-yard line. From the
Shift
gun.
the line. See if I can bait him into an interception.
He steps up, looking. He's going left. And
Good
it
D.
falls incomplete.
Good hit.
Not on target at all this drive, guys.
Got the deflection and the hit. That was nice. I'll go one more round with my first string. If we can get down the field, get a touchdown, be done with it, then I can just put in my second string and just milk clock and end this thing.
He punts it.
Knock on wood, hopefully none of my guys get hurt, but
Allen takes it to 25.
just nothing there.
And now we'll see the offense come out onto the
Let's
field
go
for their
with-
next possession.
Let's do ISO out of the slot again.
They'll set up shop at the 30-yard line.
We're going zone. We're shifting
The
hard to
Aggies
the right,
come
so
out
let's
showing
definitely
3
run
wide.
this way. What you can do, you can motion the receiver over.
Dombrowski will hand it off with a stiff arm.
Just don't use the
And
speed
he's
button.
taken down. And that'll be a gain of 10
Make
by the
your
running back.
plays, your cuts. Let's go counter. Triple option counter. It's no different than the regular triple
Second
option.
and less than a yard. Ball on the 40.
Let's just run to the
The
left.
Aggies go with the I formation. Dombrowski Options out. Pitches back. A little juke. He's out over. Brought down.
Should have got tackled back there, but I made a nice little move.
No question, and they were not ready for that option play. They had guys running everywhere except to the ball.
Lee, you're right. They look like they've never defended the option. The tailback had a ton of running room there.
It's first and 10.
Might as well milk some clock.
Right around midfield. Hawaii comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs.
I got the tight ends over there to block.
Dombrowski on the option. He laterals the ball. Here's an opening. He steps up.
Good play.
What a play.
Just a simple option play here. The quarterback gives it up.
And if you notice, with these fullback dives, look what the halfback does. He pretends like he's going for a triple option. That's why you can use your triple option, never have to give it to the fullback. It simplifies your read, but complement it with a fullback dive, and it's still, to the defense, it looks like you're running triple.
Hands it off.
Not much there.
Brings him down for a loss. They gave the fullback a shot at picking up yardage, but he couldn't get anything.
Okay, now
that was a beautiful thing.
Go into some air right here. Going zone nickel, I definitely throw it.
This is the 5th play of the current drive. New Mexico State comes out
Cover
with shotgun. He guns it to the right.
And just a bad throw.
Incomplete.
Too hard.
Wide out, but he couldn't hit him.
When he misses, it's usually
2nd and
high.
10.
That's something he's been working very hard with his coach on.
Let's do double cross. I'm not going to go to that backside post.
Dombrowski is the impact player, and he's feeling it right
hard.
now. Rolling out to the left side. He takes off.
Nice.
He's on the run. He had a whole lot of room to run on that one.
When the pressure's coming from the inside and the quarterback can escape
Skill
the pocket,
play.
it usually means he's going to have some room to run.
Let's do the double option. Which one is it? I can run a little triple out of the spread here. Let's do double option.
It's 1st and 10. This is the 7th play of this drive.
I'll just run to the right.
Dombrowski comes to the line. 3 wide. Dombrowski options out to the right. Now he pitches it. Bounces off the would-be tackler. Here he goes.
Learn how to fake pitch.
And he's shoved out of bounds.
Their defensive players are doing good by not going after my quarterback there. Let's go with... Let's go slam.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice
2nd
red
and 2.
zone when performance matters the most. Formation here. Tackle.
I don't think I got it.
That one didn't go far. They'll spot the ball a yard from the line of scrimmage.
Let's do ISO.
The defense will try to stop this 3rd down as
See
they
if I
were
can just get decent blocking here.
unsuccessful the
Going
first
man
time
on me,
this
so I'll just
drive.
run to the right.
The impact corner is in the zone right now and looking to take away
I'll
half the
fumble.
field. Patton with a recovery. Well, it looks like they have another chance.
Okay. I'm up 35 points, so let's just do a mass subbing. Second team offense. They've done enough.
They'll go to work at the 11.
I need to put in that I formation tight.
Road
I got the 2 tight ends and the fullback for it. I might sub that in for that
He drops back.
ace big twin wide receiver formation.
Complete. Has some daylight. And down he goes.
Or maybe the ace normal. I haven't been using it a ton.
They just didn't make the play on the ball.
You're right. It wasn't necessarily bad defense. The offense just executed, and the result is a 1st down.
I might just go
Defense
straight
comes
I
up tight on the
formation
coverage.
with my backup sets.
Nice play fake. Looks. Fires deep down the right side.
Oh, wow.
Complete,
Good
and
throw.
He's on the run. He's going to take it to the barn. Touchdown. And he comes up with
28. They're going to keep getting aggressive on me. I'll just put in my 1st team. That was a good throw. My secondary's a little too slow. And the receiver was able to just get over the top of him.
And he hits the PAT. So with less than 2 to go in the 3rd quarter, our score, New Mexico State 42, Hawaii 14. Quick already has 1 kick return that went for a touchdown. Let's see if they kick it to
I have
him
to
again.
incorporate a little more air raid in that one. That last one, I was just trying to run clock, you know. They were having a hard time stopping, and they were until I fumbled it.
The last time they had the ball, they gave it away on the
fumble. The old ball coach was not too happy about that either. I hate to see that happen again.
Let's see, corners. I haven't run corners in several games. I keep forgetting about it. It's not one of my staples, but...
3 wideouts to the right side. They'll throw on first down. And he's
not much of nothing there.
Back to the line, maybe a yard on the pass.
Let's do triple out of slot.
2nd and 9. Ball on
Man,
41.
4-3.
New Mexico State comes to the line with 3 wide. Dombrowski options out. He might have a chance.
Make a move here.
Oh,
that was a bad move on my part. I should have.
They were lucky that one didn't go for more.
No question, and they were not ready for that option play. They had guys running everywhere except to the ball.
Lee, you're right. They look like they've never
wide
defended the
receiver
option
under.
before. The tailback had a
Haven't
ton
used it
of
in a
running
game or
room there.
two.
It's
We're
first
going
and 10.
man.
Ball on their own 37. 4 wide.
Let's motion my shallow over. Give Lonan some room here.
Dombrowski.
Nope, going cover 0.
First down. He's going to air it long.
See if he can get underneath it. Nice. Oh, that's wrestling.
Touchdown, New Mexico State. The wideout made a great catch.
Let me check something real quick. Who's not in there? Quick's not in there. See? I was wondering where Quick was. I'm just checking real quick. Yeah, Quick's not in there. He must just be exhausted or something. That's why wrestling was in there. It was cover 0. Just go deep. Let him get under it. It was actually underthrown. Thankfully, the corner couldn't get a hand on it.
And he tacks on the extra point. The fine folks at Pontiac.
Nice little
bringing us
response
this
there
summary of
to
how
their
that drive took
touchdown.
place. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Kicks it off.
Game's going pretty smoothly. The third quarter has not been the best in the world. It's about evened up, but you know how I am with third quarters. For whatever reason, I just don't play that great.
Again here.
If they do, my friend, look out. They're going to give up another touchdown in a hurry.
The Warriors come out in a bunch formation.
See if we can stop them here.
They'll throw on first down. Someone got a hand on it. The pass
good
was
defense.
knocked down.
This defense is very aggressive, and they swarm to the football. They're always
go
making
quarters
plays
again.
to disrupt the passing game.
Hawaii lines up in a shotgun set.
Zone. I'll just stick to my strong side flat defender.
Throw, drops the throw, lets it fly.
Oh, that's close. Still make good play, though.
Loss of a yard.
That flat stuff's just not going to work with me. Not with at least my quarters. I'll stick with quarters again.
New Mexico State has one of the top defenses in the nation. Have a look at
That
the
is
stats.
correct. Our
Well, I'll
defense
tell you
has
what,
played
this
pretty
whole
good all year.
defense seems
But I haven't went up
all
against crazy talent
No doubt
either.
about it. These kids are the
Outside of
real
Texas
deal,
Tech.
my friend.
Steps up in the pocket, looking across the middle. Oh, he had the
That was a
pick
good
and he
throw. He just dropped it.
So the defense gets him to go 3 and out.
Good job here defensively forcing this incomplete pass.
I'll let my first team finish out the quarter.
Hawaii
Keep
ready to
him
put
out
this one
for
away.
good.
Number 25 gets it off.
See if I can get some yardage here.
Allen fields it at the 39.
Hey, so slow. Man, my receivers
Before
are
the
so slow.
offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game
Okay.
is brought to you by
I'm going to
EA
get Ramaka
Sports.
involved here. Let's go back to my dive.
They'll start this drive at the
We're going
47-yard
zone.
line.
I can cut between the tackles here, possibly.
The Aggies go with the I formation. They'll try to power it for the fullback.
Go.
And he's taken down.
Pick up about 8
They
yards.
grab 8 yards there.
Just don't use the speed button.
Heading to
Just
the
bounce
fourth
off your
quarter. This one is well
players
in
and
hand.
find a hole.
With the score, New Mexico State 49.
Now I'll build off of
Hawaii,
that.
14.
Run some triple.
2nd and 2. Ball on the 45-yard line.
This is a series-based
And the leader of the
concept.
defensive corner is in the zone right now. Dombrowski running the
Eh.
option, and down he goes.
That fake pitch,
Good
it takes
run by the
practice.
quarterback.
The thing that impresses me is the
First and
decision
10.
making. He sees it opening, decides to turn it
Just a
upfield,
halfback
and
slam.
gets a nice gain and a first down.
Zone. I'm going to try to
Ball
run
on
some
the 40.
clock. I'll go to the right.
New Mexico
If you
State
notice,
sets
I
up
got
in the
time to say
I.
this. They're playing zone. again, when they're playing zone, they will shift towards the middle of the field, which means running to the right or to the short side against zone works pretty well for the most part. I mean, like, I think you got a little bit of advantage if you do so. Here we go. Don't use the speed button. Just get upfield.
And the halfback ripped off a nice gain there to get him the first.
Hey, this kid's a good-looking back.
Let's go play action boot. Work off of it.
1st and 10. Ball on the
Just
29.
one string of plays after another, but they all fit.
They line up in an eye.
They're going zone. Have a chance for a cover 2, possibly. I think they went zone. Yeah, they're zone. Snap the ball. Cover 2.
On play action.
Touchdown.
Well, at this point, these
That drive right there is a perfect example of a series type offense. One play builds off another. You don't really have to get fancy with your formations. You can stick with the same formation and have 4 or 5 plays work off each other. So, food for thought on that. Okay, I'm going to mass sub in both. Everybody's played their part today very well, so. Pro-style offense, you can do the same. You can treat it as a series-based offense.
And now let's take a look at the drive summary brought to you by Pontiac.
That's what the flexbone triple option guys like to do sometimes. Just one play works with another, and you just build them off each other. And like I formation normal is just it's such a great universal formation.
Number 81.
It's got all your options, all your basic power runs, ISO and tackle and slam.
Exactly. It was 3 and out so fast they had to ask for slow-mo replay.
Just a lot of. It's got some good short passing attack concepts, some deep stuff, some good play action. You can pick just like one formation and just work at the death. Just pick one play after another. And
first down. He's looking. Once and all, going
this
deep.
ain't good. He'll probably get underneath that. Oh, that's good D.
Great range as he's able to.
I can't go nickel. I don't have the corners to do it. I don't think. I already got one corner hurt. Let me just check my roster real quick. 70, 72. It goes, nah. I'll just stick with my 4-3, even against 5 wide.
So it's second
stick with
10.
quarters and
Ball
just
on the 20-yard line.
ride this thing out.
Come out in a shotgun. Back to pass.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Off by the linebacker.
Bait you into it.
Here, guys?
6 turnovers. Know how you feel. That's what happened to me against Louisiana Tech and I lost.
There's not much else you can do except pack it up and try again next week.
Okay, I got no choice but to go basically 4 wide.
Excellent
I just don't
field
have the
position
players
to
to do
start the
anything
drive.
else. Was that man? I think
The
that was
defense
man.
lines up with 6
Yeah.
DB.
Nope.
He tosses it short.
They were
Incomplete
zone.
pass.
It was still a bad
He
throw.
let his halfback too far on that throw.
This kid needs to relax and get the
So
ball
QB
down where his
choice out of
receiver
spread.
can catch it.
And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone. Where performance matters.
All the blocks.
Takes off a
Pick
tackle.
up a few yards.
And they make the stop.
Good play.
A gain of 8 on the carry.
Gain of 8 on the play.
I'll just do QB choice again. Going 4-3, they kind of know what I'm going to do. I might be able to do it. They're shifting hard
Vincent
to the right,
lines
so
up
I
in
can
the
run to the
shotgun.
left. Run a little clock here. Moseying right along in this season. Playing pretty good ball right now.
Option, right side. And he's
I think
taken
I got
down.
the first.
Short gain there by the halfback for the
Yeah,
first
first
down.
and goal. He's not playing, not feeling too hot. Let's do a screen on the left side here. Now, he's a right-handed quarterback, which means it's going to take him like an extra second to get it off, but
Vincent is back in the gun. He drops back, and they try to set up a screen.
yeah, nothing
They'll
there.
wrestle him down in the backfield. That's a loss of 4 yards.
Now I don't even have a halfback in there to...
On the 11, going
Yeah, I
in.
got a whoever number 6 is. He may be a wide receiver or something.
New Mexico State sets up with 4 receivers.
I think they're going zone. I got enough backups at receiver, so I just need to stay in the spread when I got my second string in there.
Vincent drops back, looking, throws it to the outside.
Nice.
Has it to the senior.
Throw it as hard as possible. Keep holding down the button on curls. Even when he catches it, he usually will adjust to the ball fairly well, like he did right there. It looks like it was a bad throw, but if you hold the button down, he'll adjust. So let him do it. Good deal, good deal. Now just run out the clock and be done with this. I don't even know who we play next.
Extra point. So here's the Pontiac drive summary to recap what just happened.
It's the highest amount of points we've scored, but their turnovers just killed them. Then I had a kickoff return, and that my offense really kicked it into high gear later on. And
Number 81 takes it at the 4.
Force him to go inside.
I'm sure the coaches talked to his team about not turning the ball over again in this.
This is probably one of the worst teams I'll go up against, though, so I'm not bragging or anything, but offense has played great. But I'll face tougher competition, no doubt. I think I got Nevada coming up real close, and they're having a really good season. So that'll be a tough game. Hopefully it's up there. I've seen their stadium before. It's pretty
When
neat.
he misses, it's usually high. And that's
Then they
something
got
he's been
cool
working
uniforms.
very hard with his coach on.
The Warriors with 4 receivers.
Yeah, now they got their backups in. Finally. That's a big old quarterback.
Rose steps back to pass. He's looking with the throw. And he dropped
Good
it.
D. I'll just stick in quarters.
3rd down and 10 coming up. Ball on the 22-yard line. From the gun. Back to pass. He'll dump this one off. 3 plays, all passes, and not one
Now
of
you're
them
watching the
completed on
JV
that short
game.
series. And that's what you call
I'll
a
try to
quick
end it as quick as
3-and-out.
possible. That way we can move on and see who our next opponent is and see how good they are and look at their stats. And
Number 25 hunts it, and it's a good one. Quick
I'll just
signals for a fair
that
catch.
thing. I'll have to.
Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive.
I'll just do a safe play here and go halfback screen.
They'll go to work at the 35-yard line.
Just adjusting my talent. I'm going to stick and spread
The
concept.
Aggies set up in the gun. They'll throw on first
Backups
down.
to run anything
Throws
else.
off his back
Good little
foot.
play.
Complete. He breaks free. And he's tackled. What a throw and catch, guys.
I'll tell you what, this young
Play
kid
there.
is a real gun for an
He's
arm.
already
He's sizing
feeling
up
it.
to play
He's
well,
hurt.
and then gets
Or
the
he's
ball out
exhausted.
of there.
It's 2nd down and 1 to go.
Just slow. Man, my entire team's slow. I'm just amazed that I've won as many games as I have. That shows that speed is not the most important thing in the world. It's nice to have. When you get a guy that's got like 95 speed or higher, man, you could just do some serious damage with shallows and other crossers and just mismatches. And
Drop back to pass. Look. He's going left. In and out of his
see
hands.
right there, I held the
know
button
the
all the
pass
way
was
through,
flying
even though he
pretty
dropped
hard,
it. I can show you real quick. I held the ball, or I held onto the button, kept pressing the button. I pressed the button until he tries to catch it. He adjusted to the ball. If we go back real quick, watch, he had to come back to it. You want your players to adjust to the ball. He just needs to catch it.
3rd down and a yard.
3rd
Ball on
and
the
1.
44.
They're going man.
Vincent.
Clock
4
stop.
receivers lined up here. He drops back. Looking. Across the middle.
Just bad
The
throw.
ball is tipped. Great defensive
4th
play
and
by the
1.
cornerback.
44. Let's do halfback streak. Let's get an easy completion for the first and then kneel out the clock if I can.
Well, looks like the coach is going to take a chance here and go for it on 4th down. It's
Oh, that was terrible. Double
almost
cover.
intercepted.
Well,
they'll turn the
game's
ball
not going as
over
quick
on
as I
downs.
thought. I should have just ran
football
the
is a
ball.
game of field position, and they just lost the battle right
Should have just
there.
went QB choice there.
They'll
but-
take over at the 44.
I forget my third string quarterback's not the best in the world.
They'll bring him down.
He's technically my
get 3
second
yards
string,
on the
but
play.
we all know Royal Gill. He's just sitting there waiting for next season to arrive.
It's 2nd down and 7 to go.
Which I can't
Ball
wait
on the
till he
41.
starts
Work
throwing
from
the ball.
shotgun.
He's got a pretty good arm. If you'll check real quick. accuracy of 84 overall. Not bad. I will make use of that next season, no doubt about it. I'll be throwing a lot of curl flats, a ton of short stuff, a lot of backside posts against zone. You'll see the air raid offense in full swing.
The play action. He's going right. And that's his receiver.
Just hopefully I can get some more receivers to come in for some depth.
Not only was it good decision-making, but the offensive line protected just long enough for him to find his target.
And when you combine the two, it'll be a first down 9 out of 10 times.
They line up in the
45
shotgun.
seconds. They're going to try to score on me.
Rowe on first down. Short toss. And it's the senior.
Tackle.
Tackle. No gain.
Good. They're not going to try to hurry up or anything.
Second and 10. Ball on the 28. 4 wide.
See if I can just make a nice stop here and end it.
Back to pass. He steps up. He's looking under pressure. And he's going to come up with a sack. The quarterback had nowhere to go, and he's brought down for the sack.
They've got to do a
I think
better
he was going to
job
try to
up
throw that
front with
little
their pass
hitch
protection.
route, but I had it covered.
Pick it up, everybody. Then
It
this
wasn't
football is
open,
gonna
and
be
he
pretty
just
sore in the
didn't know
morning.
what
That's for sure.
One man backfield.
Good game, good game. Everything just flowed real well.
And that's the end of the game. Coach, what we here at EA Sports, thank you for watching this game of NCAA Football 2006. The final count in this one, New Mexico State 63, Hawaii 14.
Let's just check the stats real quick. Finally, my run game just really kicked in the high gear second half. Passing did. Just second half really just steamrolled them there. Individual stats. Let's check out the touches. 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. Look at that. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. Great distribution. We'll see who our next opponent is, and then I'm going to make a quick playbook change. I think I'm going to put in the I formation tight, since I got 2 beefy tight ends and a good fullback. I'm going to subs that in, or put that in instead of the, maybe in place of the ace normal, or the other ace big 10 or twin tight ends. I think that's not the one I replace it with, because I like the ace normal. It's got the PA rollout, and I can run basic option out of it and slam. So, I think that's what I'll do. I'll just move a couple of those up and see who our next opponent is. I'm thinking it's Nevada, but that may be another game or two out. No, I don't want to save yet. Oh, I got a bye. That's good. While we're here for the bye, no, Nevada ain't for a few games down the road. Since I have a bye, let's just go ahead, go to recruiting. Let's just see if I have to update anything here. Still good with John Washington. Stanley Williams, I'm at his top, even though I went down some. I actually thought I was leading. It now seems like it's a tie for first. Nate Larson, first there. Can't get anybody to want to come and visit yet. I guess that'll be down towards the end of the season. So let me go real quick. Update my playbook. Let me just do that. I want ace normal right here. And put my eye tight right here. No, I don't want to save changes. I'll do that later. And let's just see him this season. Go up against Idaho. It's at home. I'm really hoping one of my 4 prospects will be ready to visit, because I can beat Idaho. I'm not too worried about it. Even though they got a good running attack, and I haven't really went up against a good running team all year, I still feel confident that I can beat them. Because when you invite a prospect, try to invite them to a game where you think you can win. It just helps your cause if you win that game. So I'm hoping 1 or 2 of them will want to go ahead and take a visit, and I'll just schedule them for Idaho. We'll go ahead and check that. That way, once the next video comes around, we'll just go straight into the game. Idaho's 2-5. Now Idaho is a great example of a team, a non-Power 5 team that would be fun to build up. It's a really hard program to build up. They're out in the middle of nowhere. Recruiting's going to be tough, but they got an awesome stadium. It's that indoor. I think it was called the Kirby Dome. It's like a little two-sider, but it's inside, so that's really neat. So, food for thought if you want to try to build up a non-Power 5 school. Idaho's a good example of that. Let's check NC's recruiting. Let's see if any one of these have... no, not yet. Man, that'd been a perfect one to do it, too. They're all still hesitant. Also got me in their top 5, though, so I guess that's not a big ordeal. And it's at Boise State. That'll be a tough one. Then Nevada. That 2-game stretch right there is going to be brutal. So hang tight in there, fellas. Come back for the next video. We'll take on the Idaho Vandals. Hopefully we'll take care of business there. Then we'll move right along into our season. Alright, guys. I'll talk to you later.